Don't pretend as if your car is high tech, all right? Don't pick that call and get to your destination safely. Welcome to my channel. My name is Laraddiji. We'll just get right into it. As the topic suggests, this little talk is about calls and conversations. Have you ever thought about this? I know you definitely have. You are on a public bus going to school, or maybe you're going to work, and someone starts having a conversation with you, about his family friend that just got out of jail. I used to take public transportation a lot at one time of my life, and I've heard a lot of conversations that I probably shouldn't have as I was minding my own business. Do people still talk loudly on their phones while commuting? I mean, I'm sure you've heard a lot about the conversation someone had, the family dinner that ended badly, the cousin that just got out of jail, the job they couldn't wait to leave, or maybe the work they got fired at, and some other positive calls too, the promotion, the baby, the job, and other stuff like that. So, back in the day when I was growing up, communication took forever. I remember when my parents were here in the States and we were in Nigeria, we meaning my younger brother and myself, we would have to go to the market. That's kind of equivalent to the mall here, where there's a lot of stores, but they have individual roofs and they're selling, different goods. We will go there at a specific time that has been given to my grandma, probably from the last phone call we had with my parents, or from the store that has the only telephone for business. So basically, we had to make an appointment just to talk to my parents on the phone, because only one person might have a phone in the entire community. Imagine trying to fight a war. That will take forever. Remember when physical letters were sent back and forth from place to place and from person to person? Who does that anymore? Remember that time when people used to ask the smartest person around questions? Hello, what's Google for nowadays? Everyone has a smart at their fingertips now. You can Google how to carry out an appendectomy or an oophorectomy. If you don't know that, Google it. Or a simple list of all the American presidents, or the distance of the Earth to the nearest star. Fast forward to nowadays, the times have changed, but is it for the better or for the worse? The worst. In this section of Laraddiji, I usually ask 10 questions on the topic, which for today is calls and conversations, as it is in the title, but I don't want to bore you in one sitting, so I'll just talk about 5 today, and the other 5 will be for another day in this series. So let's get to it. Number 1, why do we call other people in the first place? Communication has come a very long way from the beginning of time, and we do it to pass along important information or messages to each other due to issues related mostly to distance. The key words here being important messages. If distance wasn't a problem, then conversations and communication would be face to face. Some call others for show of support in difficult times. Some call others for status updates, to know how the other person is doing. Others do it for help, for advice, or you do it before you visit someone to make sure they're home first. If there are other reasons you call someone, please let me know in the comment section below. Number 2, why do we use text messages? I'm sure you know why, but I'll put it all together shortly for you. Okay? Text messages get the same important messages to another person or to other people whom you have missed their call. Whether you miss a call or not, text messages deliver messages like letters back in the day, only faster. Right? My beef with text messages, though, is that they lack emotion and respect, if you know what I mean. Depending on the relationship you have with whomever you're texting, this usually will dictate how your text will go. I still prefer a face-to-face communication from time to time rather than calling or, texting an important message. So that's my view. Number 3, what emotion can text messages Convey. In relation to respect, like I've said before, if a very good friend of mine lost someone very dear to her and I text her my concern, oh no, what happened? May her soul rest in peace. You know, because I'm at work or maybe I'm in a meeting, that's okay. But just follow it up with a phone call and then a face-to-face visit as soon as possible. I feel like apologies and appreciation should not be texted. Anything that deserves human emotion needs a face-to-face interaction. You know, not even emoticons can convey deep emotions, you know, like that. But we do it every day. The death of anyone deserves a phone call, followed up with a visit, depending on your relationship with the person. Texting feels very impersonal and it sort of irks me, you know, on issues like this. I'd rather wait to see someone face to face rather than text them about an important issue. What are your thoughts on that one? Okay. Number 4, when should you not pick a phone call? This is a good one. It's not every phone call that needs to be picked up, and certainly not everyone is important, especially in certain conditions. Definitely do not pick up a call at a ceremony of any sort, not in a place of worship, not while you're working, definitely not in an interview. Okay? Good luck picking up that call on a roller coaster. Not at night when you should be sleeping. Definitely not when you're driving, unless it's hands-free meaning Bluetooth enabled or wireless. We're happy that technology can be used to make cars safer for the public. The Bluetooth feature of the newer cars, you know, out there makes it easier to answer calls with the push of a button, and other cars without pushing a button at all. So for the older versions of vehicles out there that don't have this feature, don't pretend as if your car is high tech, all right? Don't pick that call and get to your destination safely. Number 5, in what situation is calling the other person back warranted? If you're doing something involving anything that can cause bodily harm, for instance, a car, heavy machines, driving, don't even pick up the phone to say you'll call back. When kids are crying, definitely call back. If your boss comes around, you should anticipate that they might need to talk with you for those who work in offices. For the others, you shouldn't even have your phones with you, on you, except you are on your break. If you are on the plane, call them back when you safely land so you don't jam up the signals up there and mess up everybody's life. I know you've done it before. Well, I did too. If you're shopping and you're ready to pay at the counter, if you break something or spill something, or maybe you fell down or tripped, or you have to head out while you're on the phone. Another reason to call someone back is when you have another call on the other line, which literally means to some extent that the other person needs to get off the phone because they want to talk to someone more important than you at the present time. So this is how I feel on this topic of calls and conversation. Maybe you feel differently. Let's hear from you in the comment section below. This is the end of the intro to this topic. If you have any ideas regarding etiquette of taking calls and making conversations on the phone, you can make them in the comment section also. I'm glad you made it to this part of the video. This is how I know we're going to be very good friends, and this is where I come to introduce myself. My name is Laraddiji, and you're most especially welcome to this YouTube corner. That's all for now. Ask questions, leave a comment, and like this video by giving it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. And to get notified of newly posted videos from me, do so by clicking that red button and subscribe now. Why wait? I'm so excited that it's the end of my winter session, my winter season. So, even though we're still in April and the weather is all over, the next video will be about destiny and doing good. It'll be the first video of my spring season, so do look forward to that in a couple of days. Also, do check out my suggested videos in the description box below. I'm hoping to read from you beautiful people very soon. And as we go into the spring season, don't forget to love your neighbor as yourself. And like I always say, to rest in peace, we all need to be living in peace. Stay blessed. invite.